Well, I picked this up at a local thrift store. I thought it was some type of a light display, like little arrows pointing. No. It's actually an aquarium light. I paid $6, $6.99 for it. And I figured, okay, I'll try it out, see if it's working. I don't have one of those plugs. But when I was looking at it closely, as you can see there, it says it needs 20 volts DC. And on this thing, 12 volts DC. I don't know if it happened at the store or if it was the previous user, but this does look like it's compatible. So I wonder if they actually had another one and then they substituted parts. But we'll find out if this thing works. What I'm going to do is take this cable here and snip it at a reasonable distance so I can use this in the future, and then hook this up to my bench power supply and see if this thing lights up. And depending on what happens, it may get torn apart shortly afterwards. So, time to snip it, get a reasonable distance. Obviously not plugged in. And find my better slippers. Okay, a pair that's not nearly as old. Oh, they work better. And then separate this out. And then I'll strip it. And then I'll hook it up. But since this is polarity dependent, what I'll do is I'll tag one of the leads as the positive. I'm going to assume the positive goes in there. If I make a wrong assumption, I'll find out real fast. So I got my meter set up. When So which one's the center? Oh, okay, that one. Make sure there's no short. Good. So that one's going to be hot. The other one's going to be ground. And I'll mark the ground with the black one. Black tape. So what I've done is I've set my power supply that's up there at actually 12 volts to see if this thing would work at the reduced voltage. See if it actually would run off of that wall wart. So there's that one. And too many cables up there. And here's this one. Let's not interfere with the dabbing ducks or birds. Okay, at 12 volts, it does partially turn on. Now, this is a very old version of this thing. Now they've got them much fancier. But, okay, this should be white light. Okay, maybe. Okay. I think I need to have more power. So let's crank it up to... Yeah, it's definitely getting brighter down there. We're at 20. Oh, there we go. That should swamp everything out. We're now at 20 volts. Okay, I believe the switch is, this is blue, this is white, and this is mode, I think. So, oh. Okay, so the white controls the brightness of the white. The blue controls the level of the blue. And M turns on the red ones. If anybody knows about aquarium lights, stick it in the comments. But that is extremely bright. Let's tone that down. So that's actually, it does work. It does need the 20 volts, so. And right now, if I can spin this around, it's drawing 0.26 amps. And of course, there's the dabbing ducks or birds. So, got to figure out what to do with this thing next. So, let's take a quick look inside here. I'll just pop it open. I did one of these just previously in another video. Oops. Cough, cough. So, here's one side of the board. And let's see if we can get it. If I can't get a good reflection, I'll put a picture in the corner. One says, I believe, S6. And the other one is, I think it's A6KE. So I'll put in the corner there the specs of that. They're going to be MOSFETs, N-channel most likely, and enhanced. They've got 2 resistors there. 103, which would be 10K, and ditto on the other side. And then, of course, all the control is out of this one. Your standard 8-pin, no label on it. And since this is almost identical to the one I just did, I'll put the card up there. I'm not even going to spend the time doing the circuit on it, unless there's great demand. On the other side, we have a couple capacitors. Oh, we got another chip here. Oh, there we go. It is 6203A. I'll have to look it up. And it looks like we have a diode right there. And another resistor. And possibly another diode. They marked it D1. Wonder if that's actually... There we go. So that's it for this side. What they're doing is they've got the 2 lines coming in. The power goes straight across and then also to the rest of the circuit. And you're going, wait a second, there were 3 different LEDs, red, the blue, and the white. Well, I did a bit more playing with it. Had to grab the sheet. So when you push the mode button here, it's blue. In one mode, it's blue only. So the one MOSFET is going to control the blue, and depending on the voltage on its control line will determine how bright it is. For mode 2, actually the red and the white are on together. So as you change the brightness of the white, white, then what happens is both the red and the white change at the same time. So they're controlled by the other MOSFET. This is almost identical for this part. For that round selfie light I just did. I'll put the card in there. I think I already said that. Yeah, must be getting late. So over here, there's probably going to be one big pile of them in series and in parallel. And I don't want to take it apart because it's working. And I'm planning on mounting it up there. This thing puts off a lot of light, and it might actually be a good way to replace these LED lights that I've got just randomly put around. Well, since it works, I'm not going to destroy it. Oh well. That's it for this one. Um, and hopefully I'll remember to put any of the spec sheets on any of the parts in the corners. Have a good evening. Bye.